So yeah, sad. And also, I can't remove them because they are part of the game. So I guess I might leave them in the modded series, but I don't know. I need to find something else to do this with. Hello guys, welcome back to Gemini Gamers. This is a new episode of our Kerbal Galileo Career Conquest. This episode is not going to be that big of a big episode. We're not going to do a lot of exploration. We're just going to do something we already kind of did last time, but it's a little more special. Because this episode I say we're going to be doing a lot of contracts. The reason we're doing that, I'm going to tell you now, is because we need to upgrade the building over there, the R&D building. We can't really do any more science. Get the bigger parts that we need to do more explorations without getting the thing upgraded to get more tiers available, which forces us to get money, and we are low, not really low on it. We're actually pretty high, probably the highest we've been in a while. But as you can see, I also used up a little bit of our science. So this thing, we need at least 3,200,000 around there to get this thing done. So anyway, enough of that. That's the reason we're doing the contracts. Let's go ahead and talk about the contracts that we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be doing two big contracts. So we're going to need to build a new orbital station around Tellumo. So as you can see, this is kind of looking like an orbital space station over there. So, and then build a new orbital station around on a solar orbit. Hopefully we can do this one and this one at the same time. If not, then we're going to have a Tellumo mission. Other than that, that's pretty much just going on for this episode. I want to mention that the last episodes we ended up going to Nero and Otho and Gauss, so the big gas giants. We explored them. We looked at pretty much everything from space, and we landed on one of them accidentally. You should probably go watch that episode. It was pretty funny because I failed horribly, but I ended up kind of having some success, I guess, maybe. More success than I thought I would end up having, which is cool. But it's still pretty funny to go watch me panic and realize that we're pretty much not going to make it out of the atmosphere again, so whatever. Go ahead and watch that. That was a good episode. You watch the Gauss episode. Well, that was the Gauss episode. Watch the Nero episode and watch the Otho episode. We got a lot of nice views from moons and stuff like that, from the good looking moons. So yeah, and this episode I actually already recorded part of it and failed at it. I was actually ranting on a lot about this rocket. I was actually pretty angry about how this rocket was performing. The bottom part isn't that bad, but the second stage is just not up to par, man. It really isn't, and I had a lot of trouble with it. I was not having a happy time, man. I was not having a happy time at all. So as you can see, we decided, my dumb self decided to use liquid hydrogen for the second stage after the horrible failure of last time we used it. So I decided to give it a second chance, but I regret it. I regret doing it. I do not like these liquid hydrogen engines. I do not like them. I cannot use them for anything useful. They're not really balanced well with the modded game I have, and I don't know if that's a problem everyone is having, but they're just not useful. You end up building gigantic ships that can barely lift a little payload like this. It's not even that big of a deal. It's a crew module, 2 habitats, solar panels, batteries, a tank, and an engine, and that's it. And it's barely giving me a little more than 5k meters per second. Okay, you know what? I could have done that any other, the smaller payload, smaller, weight, maybe even a smaller fuel weight down here, with a smaller stage, maybe even the core stage, without using liquid I could have just used normal liquid fuel, and that's the problem I'm having, okay? It's just not useful to do it. It's not fun. Okay, you end up building big things for no reason. So, yeah, I was ranting through the whole thing. I was not happy with it. I'm not happy with the way that these liquid hydrogen engines are working in this modded career. Maybe you have better success with them in other modded careers where you don't have bigger engines like we do here. Like, this is big. This engine right here is stronger than the freaking main cell. So, it's just, maybe that's the reason I'm not liking these little engines. I haven't really found the reason to use them. They're just not giving me enough of a benefit over the real reason, over normal engines, normal fuel, and that's the problem. If you don't get a benefit big enough to to counter the negatives of using liquid hydrogen. I understand liquid hydrogen is a different gas, so it takes up more space, more volume. So okay, I get that, all right. But listen, if you can't really build a ship to give you any benefit over that, by already building a big ship like this, requiring you to launch a bigger rocket, then what's the point of actually do that? Alright, so if listen, I'm just going to try to explain it as simple as possible so I don't end up ranting too much on these little engines, okay? Maybe I'm being dumb about it, maybe I'm not being a good Kerbal citizen by doing that, but honestly, it's just not, I don't know, it's just not good. It's just, I'm not having a good time with them. They're basically just becoming a mod that's on here for some reason, that I installed for some reason, and there's really no reason other than that for me to be using them. I decided to give them a second chance, but they already kind of failed me, but I decided to record this episode again for some weird reason. I don't know why, but I could have just done this without grinding, but it's a little time consuming to go do a Tellumo mission and not do any sort of recording. So I decided to just not do that, and that's just the way it is. So I'm recording it now, and I already tried recording it one time, but things weren't going well with it. I wasn't having fun using the liquid hydrogen engines. But I'm going to give them a third try, okay? I'm going to give them one more attempt and see what happens there. If I end up liking them, good. I want to like these engines. They look beautiful, right? I'll show them to you in a bit. Their particle effects are amazing. But we'll see. We'll see. They may change my mind here. I hope they do. I really do hope they do. But I don't know. I wasn't having fun. Again, I'll tell you that I was not having fun with them at all. So we'll see. And disengage those. Oh dang it. Okay, everything's okay. Everything's fine. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to keep talking without any real evidence. I ended up deleting that other video because I was really angry. It's been a long day today. I probably shouldn't be recording Kerbal Space Program videos. But we need to do this grinding thing, and hopefully once we get this thing done, I feel a lot better. So, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, last episode actually had a better launch than this. We actually got into orbit with this and actually started the burn for orbital insertion into Tellumo a lot sooner with this little rocket over here, but whatever. Let's go ahead and use the cryogenic engine. Alright, so there you go. See, there you look really nice. They're very textured well and stuff like that. The only problem is the benefit that they give me over using cryogenic engines, right? There's supposedly the reason you're supposed to use them is for actually having a better benefit of using them, right? Once you use them, you have a good benefit because you end up having more efficiency, meaning you get more delta V out of it, right? But in reality, that's not the way life works here. It's not going to work that way. So, yeah, I'm not getting much more. I'm getting what? Maybe 500 meters per second more than I would from using a normal liquid fuel engine. So, problems, alright? That's already a big problem there. When you end up, you're not really getting a benefit out of it, right? So, boom. Okay, that's a problem, right? Alright. Okay, so supposedly that's contradicted with hydrogen being a lighter gas. I mean, a more dense gas or lighter gas. I don't know the physics of it. But for some reason, it requires a bigger space. And you know what? I understand that. It should be modeled in the game. But should it really be this big, alright? I'll show you what I mean in a bit here once I get this little maneuver thing done. And I'm gonna try my best not to keep on ranting on the mod. It's just a mod, but honestly, I'm a little sad because I like it. I like the mod. I like the way the mod looks, but it's just not gonna make me happy. It's just not, and I really don't want to have another failed mission. You know what I mean? If I have another failed mission, I'm not gonna touch those again. I really want to like those engines, though. Those engines look cool. It's the whole reason I'm angry. They don't deserve this faith for me not to ever use them. But if the benefit of them requires me to put this much junk on it to match a engine that gives me close to the delta V that it's giving me, with just the core stage is just not good, man. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It really isn't, and that's the way it is right now. And that's the problem I'm having. That's the real problem I'm having. That's the real reason I'm even ranting right now. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, on that point, it's just a big rant on a mod that's not giving me the results I want. And you know what? Maybe it's not supposed to. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to work or stuff like that. I don't know. But, you know, it's just not gonna... And also, here's another problem. When you time warp, you start losing electricity for no real reason at all. I don't get why that's a thing. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why that's even a thing in the game. It's probably not the modder's fault, but that needs to get fixed. And that needs to get fixed before I start using freaking nuclear engines. Because the nuclear engines are also made by the same modder. And if I remember correctly, I remember doing some missions off screen back when, before we revived the channel and stuff. I remember using the engines at the same time. And the nuclear engines actually. And we didn't end up having... We ended up not having the result either that I wanted. So, I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out. In terms of getting bigger payloads out into deep space. Maybe we might need interstellar stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe one of those things. But cryogenic engines is not the answer for me right now. It's just really not. And that's sad. That's just really sad for me. It's just very, very sad. And it sucks. So, yeah. Very, very nice mod, but it's just not... The benefits of using it is just not that good, alright? It's just really not, and that's just the way it is. And I understand that, but... Geez, it shouldn't be that way, you know what I mean? You know, maybe if, like, okay... I understand using more containers for your engines, right? But... when it's this much more for... barely any results, like what, I get 500 more meters per second out of it. Okay, cool. That's cool and all, right? But think about it, right? You require more fuel to get this bigger, more complicated looking structure up into space in the first place, right? So if you're not getting a big enough benefit from using it, there's really no reason for you to use it. And if you end up leaking out fuel for no reason, even though you have enough power, then there's really, again, no real reason for you to do it at all. And that makes it even worse. A lot worse. So, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say about that. So, I'm going to go ahead and move on. It was a little bit of a rant, I will admit. And I'm not angry at the modder. It's just a little balance issue. If they're not fun engines to use, maybe it's just a realistic thing. But, you know, it's a game. So, maybe you should fix that, dude. You know? Or maybe I'm using them wrong. If I am using them wrong, please tell me. Maybe I'm not putting enough containers, maybe more tanks. Maybe I need 4 of these to get better results. With a thrust-away ratio of 0.46. Okay, so tell me. Give me your opinion on this mod. I want to use it. I want to love it. But it's just, I don't know. It's just, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. You know, when you end up, like, back when we first got KW rocketry, I was like, oh my god, these engines. There weren't, I mean, some of them were OP. But a couple of them were fit into the game. Like, I'm still using it. I'm still using KW rocketry as we speak. It's just that good. And this mod, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. But I was hoping that, you know, planetary missions would be easier with these engines. You know, I would be using them a lot more, upper stage wise at least. I understand them not being efficient on the ground, but here they should be a lot more efficient. And they're not, sadly. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and give them one last chance here. One final chance to redeem themselves and see if they're even a good thing. Maybe we're doing it wrong. Maybe we're supposed to launch this stage by itself, making things more complicated than they need to be. But we'll see. I'm giving them this last and final chance to redeem themselves one final time. And hopefully they can pull it off. And if they do, congratulations. They made me happy. Again. And if not, then they'll just be the engines in the game forever, pretty much. So, we'll see. And also the size-wise thing. I mean, okay, I'll show you why. Okay, so this space station that I built up here, Doesn't weigh that much, right? So you'd expect a simple interplanetary spaceship to easily transport it, right? Okay, I get that, alright? Perfect. See here? I have a little tank of liquid fuel, right? With an engine on it. This liquid fuel tank, right here, gets the delta V of 1 whole kilometer of delta V. Just one little tank with this little engine, right? The Hemikuda from Mole. Compare the sizes. Alright, look at this. One tank with the payload still. So we're still carrying the payload. Compare it to this, which is only giving me 4 or 4.5 times more than this. So when is this supposed to make sense, right? Especially when you're traveling, when you're trying to get it into orbit. That's just what I meant by that, alright? I just hoping I clarified that. So yeah, sad that's the way that's working out, but it's just the way things are. And maybe it's just a balancing issue. Maybe if you upgrade it a little bit, it will be maybe it will become OP, maybe. I don't know. But it's just a problem that needs to be fixed with these engines. They're just not that good. They're not that good. They're not simple to use. They make everything more complicated than they need to be. They don't give you any benefit that really is that big of a deal other than looks. So that's pretty much all I have to say, I think. Even though I said that before, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna let them do their job, see if they can do it. See if they can pull it off. And this time I'm having a better maneuver than last time, so hopefully they can do it, alright? I'm giving them my trust here, so hopefully they can pull it off and get this mission on the road. But maybe not. So we'll see. And apparently this one doesn't even have enable cooling on it, so we're going to turn that on. Waste even more power. Which is another problem that I'm not even talking about, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's probably the way it's supposed to be, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get that little trajectory finished up here, since we still have a minute to go. So I'm going to get that trajectory done, and I'll be back once that's done. Hopefully we can go ahead and just warp to the planet and get into orbit, and then I'll probably end the episode there, or maybe we'll come back, I don't know, but whatever. We'll figure it out as we go. Alright guys, so we got the thing done. We're now have a little encounter with Tellumo, which is good, which is what we need. Due to me practicing this launch multiple times due to my anger and rage, I ended up getting a better result overall. Meaning we end up with more fuel that we are probably going to lose due to the way that the game works. I'm not blaming the modder for that little glitch that happens when you start time warping with the power wise. But we'll see what happens here once you actually get to see the sun again. Maybe it'll go up. Hopefully once we see the sun we won't lose fuel. Maybe I didn't put enough batteries on this thing again. But let's see here. So yeah, it's going up as you can see. Good. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about a little more about the contract. So we just need to get this little station out into solar orbit. Once we do that, we get this contract, which is going to give us a lot of money, hopefully. I think it was around $500,000. Or a little lower than $500,000, but probably somewhere around there. And then we'll head over to Tellumo, get this orbit around Tellumo, and then that'll give us another $500,000, and hopefully that's enough to unlock the R&D. Hopefully. That's just me hoping. No real other reason other than that. Let's see if we have any signs we can do. Yeah, we can do that. Interesting. Okay, we'll keep that. Alright, perfect. Alright, time to warp now. No real reason not to. Alright, I'm gonna keep a nice little view on our power situation. Okay, it's working fine this time. I love it. Okay, it's working fine. Alright. Alright guys, so the game actually crashed on me there. Which means that the audio of that first part is going to be completely crap. And there's really nothing I can do about it. My video software will not allow me to edit that sound file to actually help correct the problem. But, just the way that the video recording does things when it crashes. It fixes the video file, but it doesn't fix the audio file. And I record things separately, so You know, so I end up having multiple backups, but usually when the game crashes, a couple backups don't work, and the only one that actually saves the recording ends up not doing very well when it to correct the audio files, but whatever. So anyway, we just accomplished one of the contracts, which is the sun. We got 332,000, not bad. That gets us a bit closer. The other one will probably not get us where we need to be, but I will do a little more grinding as we go in between episodes. But this one's just the biggest one, and I wanted you guys to see this one because this one was a Tellumo mission. And also, I just want to mention, no offense meant to the modder. I probably sounded like a jerk about that, but I'm just, you know, I really love your mods, and I wish they would a little bit more useful. That's all, man. No hurt feelings, I hope. But yeah, they're just not working out for me here. But maybe later on, once we get bigger rockets and we're able to lift up bigger payloads, it'll be a not big of a deal. But for now, this is probably the last time we'll be using a cryogenic engine, unless I want to make things a little more complicated for myself in the whole mission. Other than that, I think that's probably the last time we'll be seeing these engines here. So anyway, let's go ahead and go to Tellumo. Let's take a look at how our final encounter will be here. Focus view on that. And you know what? I'll take that. Probably not, actually. I'm probably going to fix it up a little bit on our way there. The game is running a little bit better now that it crashed, so I guess it was having a major error. I don't know what it was. I probably never know what it was, but it's probably just some weird thing. I don't know what sometimes it crashes. And sometimes that happens. We've been having a couple lucky episodes where it hasn't done that, even though we've been to like multiple places. It's gotten a little glitchy, but it hasn't crashed on me in a while, so whatever. We're just gonna get to the ascending node and burn south, and then once we'll pass a little bit, but that's fine. We'll burn south here if we have any power left. Yeah, we do. Are we still warping? No, we're not. We're moving very slowly. Again, big payload. Very big stuff. Have we ever done an EVA here? Let's go ahead and do an EVA, see if we haven't. I guess we have. EVA report. Yeah, we have done it. Okay, well. So no real valuable science will come from here. But I just wanted to make sure that we get another nice little Tellumo mission. Another little fun mission there. Just to scout how a more major mission will be. Which I'm planning on doing soon. I don't know what exact episode. It's probably going to be a couple episodes, however. So I'm probably going to do a couple other missions first before we do this one. Just because that's the way things ended up turning out here. So, yeah. Anyway, I think we are pretty much where we want to be now, right? We can still burn a little more and probably get a better result here. Yeah, better. Good. Perfect. Alright. Now, all we need to do is, once you get there, go on a retrograde orbit. Like so. Which will require a lot of fuel, more fuel than probably we want to. It's required, but we'll be fine. We actually have a backup. The liquid fuel backup will be enough to save ourselves from that. We're probably going to stay in a high orbit. Hopefully this is probably the orbit that we need. And if not, we're going to have an issue. But we'll probably stay in a high orbit. We're probably going to go through the rings a couple times there. But other than that, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode, I think. I'm not gonna record the return mission. Maybe the re-entry. I'll probably start the next episode at the re-entry point at Gale. But, yeah. It's just going to be a little bit of a longer. I don't want it to be that big of a long episode, especially when it's nothing important like this. It's just a mission to freaking Tellumo. Orbital mission to Tellumo. No big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here. And return to you once I am doing this maneuver here to actually slow down and get into orbit. Alright, so see you then. Alright guys, so I just want to show you, I just lost a lot of hydrogen due to electrical charge issues. I do not know why that just happened, but we lost a lot of hydrogen, and that's probably gonna cause a lot of issues here soon, which means that I have no choice but to if I could transfer fuel, but I can't. Oh, I can. Wait, I can. Wow, I actually can. Okay, so however, actually now that I think about it, do I even need to do that? Wait. Okay, come on, game. Yeah, we do need to transfer. Yeah, for some reason, yeah, it's just a weird thing, man. And I just lost a lot of hydrogen there, and that's why I am not enjoying this mod. I'm not enjoying it at all. So, whatever. Maybe it's just the glitch in the... But we're going to lose pretty... There we go. We got all our electricity back, and we start losing it. I do not know why that's a thing. I may need to send a rescue mission to Tellumo now. Due to us losing more and more hydrogen. Which we are. Currently losing more and more hydrogen. And that's okay. We have no choice but to let it happen. See what happens here. See, yeah. This just confirms. Yeah, I'm not gonna use hydrogen anymore. I tried it, but it's just not gonna work for me. I put a lot of batteries on this thing, the biggest solar panels I had, and we're still not having any success with this. So I don't get it. Maybe it's on the map view. Yeah, it's on the map view. So definitely on the map view. Well, not really. We're still losing a little bit of hydrogen. And apparently this one's uncooled. But it's cooling. That's the thing. I don't get. Why is that thing happening? I just don't understand. If it wasn't for that, I'll be okay. I'm probably going to try to figure out. There probably is a way to turn that cooling off. The cooling feature off, like permanently. The evaporation, I guess you could say. I'll turn that off. If there is a way. But I'm not. They're not going to. They're not redeeming themselves, if that's what you were wondering. They're not redeeming themselves at all. I still have a way to maybe attempt to save the mission without screwing everybody, so here's my plan, I guess. We're gonna try to transfer all the hydrogen into the main tanks. Hopefully that ends up giving me enough fuel to at least do this maneuver of slowing down and not actually having the whole mission fail due to this mod not working out. If I can even transfer anything. Can I transfer anything? I can't. I can't transfer anything. Okay. That gives me even more PO'd. I don't know what's going on, but I can't transfer that. Okay. Maybe I'm not allowed to transfer fuel yet. Maybe that's a thing. I guess it might be. Anyway, we're pretty much here, so I'm not going to deal too much about it. I'm going to wait till all the hydrogen is burned off, and then we'll see what happens here. Because we still need at least 1K of Delta V to slow down enough to actually stay in orbit and get a decent view of the place. Which I was going to do up until this problem came up. But I don't think this is going to happen now, so I'm not going to worry about it too much, I think. I'm going to try my best to get into orbit here, but then I'm going to try to just not go into a deep orbit and see what happens. But right now we're in a very bad situation. Again, we lost all of our electric charge for some reason. All of it, and we're still not getting... Wait. So I guess it's not a modded problem. Okay, so yeah, it's not a modded. It's not part of the... Okay. Interesting. Okay. Or is it? We were doing just fine a while back. In terms of power consumption. Okay, so this solar panel is glitched. Or maybe not. It's getting energy flow. Or this one glitched. No, they're not. Everything's fine. I don't get it. Some weird stuff is going on. Causing us not to be able to use electric charge efficiently. Which means we're going to have a lot of issues with the nuclear engines in the mod 2. So we're going to have to find another alternative. I might start shifting mods around just to make this whole thing a little more easier. Because we are going to need big payloads later on. I know it can be done with the normal space program parts. But these engines cause some issues. So I'm probably going to have to remove a couple mods and add a couple other mods. Because right now we're not going to be able to do much here. So there's Tellumo, by the way. We're here, I think, now. So yeah, we're doing good in that front, at least. So anyway, we're recovering electricity now, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and do this final burn. Hopefully we can still do this mission. We're going to be stuck here for pretty much forever now. Which means we're going to have a lot of issues because I only left one more Kerbal home for this situation. I anticipated this situation happening, and I guess I wanted to challenge by giving these engines one more try after what happened last time, and that's my fault, but whatever. Let's see what they can do, what they got left in them. Probably not much. There's still a lot of hydrogen left, so we might be okay. We may or may not be okay. Our backup fuel is not going to be enough to make sure this mission is a success, but we might be fine. We might be okay. You know, in the end, everything might just be okay. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, cryogenic engines are not going to be used in this series for a long, long time until either something changes or something, or, you know, it's just not, it's not worth the trouble. It really isn't. So, yeah. So I guess we're out of it. Like hydrogen there, hydrogen's out there, hydrogen's out there, hydrogen's all out there. Wait for it to completely run out, and then I'm gonna deploy those. Hopefully they fly off, and wherever they go, they have a better life than carrying hydrogen for me. So I think we'll be fine. We're gonna end up with 1K of fuel left around there, and maybe even more if we end up in a better orbit here. I don't know though. It's gonna be a toughie. It is going to be a toughie because if we don't have the right trajectory, we're not going to be in a happy mood. I will be honest with you. I'm not going to be a happy man then. So we have no choice but to end up in a hyperbolic trajectory here with a large difference in altitude and stuff like that. So that's just the way things are going to be. Hopefully now that we let go of those tanks, our power situation is a lot, you know, it's a lot better, maybe? I don't know. Maybe we had gone in deeper, we would have been better off, but, you know, I decided not to. We'll see what happens, though. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. Hopefully. Probably. Maybe. We should probably use up all of our RCS, since it is a little bit of weight, and it might help out giving us a couple delta V meters per second, so maybe it might help us. Might give us a second chance, one that we deserve out of these engines. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to turn on those cheats and give me infinite fuel. It's just not going to happen. I haven't done it. I won't do it. I'm going to have to send a rescue mission. I'm not going to reset this whole mission for that. So we're going to have to send a rescue mission. We had to come back here anyway with a satellite at some point anyway. So I guess this is the chance. Or maybe we'll leave this thing parked here for a while until we figure out a way to land on the planet, which is not going to be an easy one either because of the way that these engines were performing. My hope was that these engines would give me a big boost on Delta V and the payloads that I could transfer across planets, but they're not doing it at all. So yeah, sad. And also I can't remove them because they are part of the game, so I guess I might leave them in the modded series, but I don't know. I need to find something else to do this with, because this is not happening. This is not working out at all. And they already kind of ruined 2 missions of mine. You know, missions that should have been just, you know, normal planned stuff, like, you know, okay, we're flying a satellite to Tellumo and put it in an orbit, Kerbal to Tellumo and putting him in orbit on Tellumo. Yay! The only reason that mission worked was because the main core was actually liquid fuel. I ended up using dual engines just to give the cryogenic engines a try, but they didn't work out. So yeah, it's just the way things are now. No more cryogenic fuels because they suck. Maybe some interstellar warp drive or something we'll have to use soon. Maybe. Alright, well, we're fine now. We'll leave these 200 Delta Bs for a return mission if we need to. So, have we accomplished that next mission here? Maintain stability for 10 seconds. Yes, 10 seconds. Yeah, there we go. We got another one. How much money did we get for this one? $498. Pretty much $500,000. So, do we have enough money? We probably do if we accept another contract just for the money thing, and we'll be probably fine. So anyway, let's go ahead and see if it's even possible to return this ship home after this failure of a mission. So plot it. No insertion burn. It's going to be a tough one again. So returning home. It's not going to be an easy battle. Oh no, we don't. We don't have enough gas. We do not have enough gas to get home. Alright, that's just the way things are going to be now, though. There's really nothing else I can do here. I have no choice but to send the rescue mission for these guys. They're going to be stuck here for pretty much for good, unless I send the mission to help them. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave them here. I have enough Delta V to do some maneuvering once we send in the rescue ship with this ship to get it to the maneuvering ship, which will have enough Delta V to return home. Oh, man. Yeah, so it's just made all the things a little more complicated. I'll probably do that in the next episode, which means I need to design a whole other ship for that. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt, but everything else is gonna be postponed. The other missions are gonna be postponed for now. Dang it. Okay. Well, we might end up sending another copy of this one just with a, non-cryogenic engines at the back. Okay? So, yeah. So this definitely became the cryogenic engine rant episode, I guess. Not fun. Not fun at all. Not fun at all. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. This episode was a lot more negative than I hoped it would be. Especially after the big failure that this mission turned out to be, but whatever. That's just the way this episode was supposed to be. But yeah, like and subscribe, comment, and share. Avoid cryogenic engines, I guess. Maybe in your mod, maybe it's just something I did wrong with the mods. I don't know. It could always be my fault, but it was a rant nonetheless. Tell me if you think you have a solution for this. I'll probably try to figure it out and see what happens. So whatever. Yeah, so like and subscribe, comment, and share. Click on the little notification bell so you can get more of these episodes. And, yeah. I'll see you all in the next episode, I think. When we try to rescue these people from their fate to be just floating around in space forever, right? So, I'll see you then.